Now, to those cynics that would say, and you keep hearing it, you know, when you're a person who works all over, to them that would say that, you know, I don't even live in Canada most of the time, man. So what business do you have coming here and getting this award? I would say to them, you don't have to live in Canada to be in Canada. For me, Canada doesn't stop at the 49th parallel. It stops in here, and it goes wherever I go. We are all ambassadors to this country. So follow your dreams. Go wherever you want to go, and don't worry about it. For me, Canada is my father, Percy Carrey, one of the sweetest and funniest people you'll ever walk this planet. Rodney Dangerfield fell in love with him the first time he met him. He said, man, I feel like I've known him for 50 years, man. Like that. We did the exchange one-liners. He'd call him on his birthday. He knew that my father was a brilliant man who had just maybe missed his train, you know, and my father kind of got to live it with me. He passed on shortly after I made the mask, so he did get a chance to see what I was doing, and I really thank God for that. His only real fault was his failure to notice how long his cigarette ash was getting. Until someone would invariably say, flick it, man. Dad. Our family mantra was, Dad, your ash. Dad, your ash. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, sure. Well. My mother, Kay, who made her cherry cheesecake every Sunday, not to eat, but to throw. My sister, Pat, who made me swallow wallpaper paste when I was 4. She told me it was cake batter. Another building block on the way to comedy greatness. My brother John, who is much more introverted than I am, and yet still constantly hounded by people who think, because he's my brother, that he will do funny faces on command. John, here's your big chance. No, just sit. Now let's all just sit and watch the blood rush to his face. That's what I like to do. Looks like a mosquito on a hemophiliac. My sister Rita, who sucked her thumb in front of the TV till she was 12 with her best friend Kathy Bowles, which inevitably led to her new career in broadcasting. And good luck with that, Reed. And my daughter Jane, of course, who at times has been my tether to the earth. She really is my reason. She was raised in California, but quite proud of her Canadian roots. So much so that if it's cold outside and somebody asks her down there if she wants a sweater, she says, no thanks, I'm Canadian. I can't tell you how lucky I feel and how grateful I am for all the miracles that God has showered on my life, not the least of which was growing up in this country with these people. I'd like to thank Canada's Walk of Fame organization for including me among this impressive group of hosers. And let's get right down to it. We are hosers, after all. Oh, sure, you can hide behind the directing gig and things like that, but you'll be found out sooner or later. You'll go to the gas station, you'll ask for the tumblers, you'll want them. And where I came, you know, I lived in Sutton for a long time, and, you know, a good time for us, yes, sure. Jackson's Point, actually, to be exact, oh, yes, sure. I could see anybody. Banff. But up there was nothing to do, you know. It was like you got creative, or you went up with the guys and jumped up and down on the wire and made the bell ring and stuff at the SO station. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, she's going to come out. We'll run. Ding, 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 ding. You kids win now. This is a fantastic gathering, and I was so impressed when I saw all the stars out on the walk there and all the magnificent Canadians, and I thought to myself, where is St. John de Brebeuf? Have we forgotten? Anyway, if you open a history book, if you're a young person opening a history book in this country, if they're still around, you know, you may get one of mine. It's the one with the little bubble that says who farted and stuff like that. That was me. You may have one of my history books. But all of the fans in this country I want to address too. You guys have been behind me 1,000% since I started. I know I have the comfort when I go on stage in this country, and from the very beginning, I had the comfort of knowing that you wanted me to do well. And I really appreciate